What is your collaborative role in this project?
So I am a performer in the play Lines of Exile, and I've also been involved in the devising process alongside Leah Flowers and Ankit Raj Mathur.
And how did you become involved in this project?
So I met Leah and Ankit. Both of them were taking part in the MA in Theatre Practice this year between UCT and the Gaiety School of Acting. And I supported Leah's piece as a performer and Ankit's piece in a directorial capacity, and we had a great experience together. And then afterwards we met up and Ankit brought this fantastic idea forward based on a short story, and we decided to explore it and give it a go.
And did you say yes to this project because of this idea?
Well, I think I hadn't heard of the premise that the short story was based on and the history of partition between India and Pakistan and the transition of the patients in the mental asylums at the time. So that to me immediately was compelling. It was something that I was very curious about, and particularly the decision to place an Irish doctor within that context. And the piece is centred around the Irish doctor and the patient Bishan Singh. And so yes, I thought the premise was fantastic and a great source for a theatrical play.
Can you tell us about your character?
So I play Dr. Diarmaid Ó Flaithearta. He is a doctor with the Royal Army Corps, and he has been working in the Lahore lunatic asylum for a number of years. He originated in Belfast and is an Irish Catholic. His history is steeped in the struggle surrounding partition within the Irish context. As a young man, he was left homeless and bereaved following the conflicts in Belfast in 1920, and that has impacted him and has affected his trajectory in life and has led him to where he is when we see him in the play.
And what is the play about?
For me, the play is very much about a sense of home and a sense of place and family. And a central premise and motif is boundaries and borders. Borders between nations, but also borders around, because it's set in the environment is a mental health institution, borders around health, mental well-being and so on. But really I think that the piece explores wrestling with who we are in times of conflict and struggle, and how our cultural background, religious background, national identity influence those things.
And who's the audience for this project?
Well, I think that people will enjoy this play if they're drawn to, for example, dramas in an historical context. The piece is it's a period play, and it has a very unique and particular time and place. And of course, it's introducing audiences to a story and a subject that many will be unfamiliar with. But it also explores universal issues relating to how we connect with one another and bridging cultural boundaries and gaps between characters. And so I think there are unique elements to the play, but also the themes are very rich and universal. I think everybody can resonate with them.
Why is now the right time for this project?
Well, I think right now we're living in such a globalized world, and we're in environments that are very rich culturally, interculturally, multiculturally. And this play actually celebrates two beautiful, distinct cultures and two characters coming together, trying to navigate a complex relationship, understand and get to know one another. And I think that is prescient for the time that we're in now, and hopefully people can recognize some of those elements when they come and see the play.
How has partition touched your life personally?
Well, growing up in Ireland, it's such a pervasive subject in the Irish cultural psyche, even though I grew up in Galway and proximity-wise was somewhat removed from what was happening in the north. but I came of age at the time of the Good Friday Agreement, and I remember vividly where I was during the Ulma bombings, for example, and even now there's so much discussion about Irish unification and so on. And so it's something that has heavily influenced Irish artistic expression, storytelling and whatnot. And so for it to feature in a piece that also touches upon the struggles of partition in an Indian context, I think is really powerful.